All right, so welcome to this week's boot camp class. I'm going to be sticking with a similar format that I have been for the past couple of weeks that I've been teaching this. So we'll do a warm-up, of course. We're going to hop then into a full body circuit. So we'll be hitting upper body, lower body for 5 moves. And then we'll finish with a little core circuit at the very end. I'll describe each of those circuits as we get to them. But first things first, starting with our warm-up, up on our feet. Let's get into a squat position. So feet somewhere between hip and shoulder width. And we're just gonna go for 5 body weight squats. Squatting down, coming up. Spend as much time as you want on each rep. Maybe you stay at the bottom for a little longer before you come up. Just going for 5. From here, we're going to go into our RDL. So feet closer together, about hip width now. Slight bend in those knees, pushing the hips back, gliding those hands down our shins. Hips come forward at the top. Make sure you get a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Last one. That's 5. All right, bring those feet together now. We're going for standing knee hugs. So make sure you're staying nice and tall, good posture. Hug that knee and bring it up to your chest. Let's alternate there. We're going to hit 3 each, total of 6. Transitioning now into our hip turnout. So raise the knee up, out to the side, open those hips up. Same thing, 3 and 3. Now we're gonna go nice and wide stance, going for those alternating touches, getting a little bit more of a dynamic stretch in those hamstrings. All right, back to a standing position now. We're going forward, backward kicks. So make sure you got some room behind you, some room in front of you. Just going for kicks, 6 each side. Forward and backward is 1. Switch to the other side once you're ready. All right, picking up the pace for these last few. Jogging in place, going for butt kicks. Make sure that heel is touching your butt every single rep. All right, get ready, and we're switching to skaters. So side to side, you can go curtsy lunge too. All right, last 2. We're gonna do 3 sprawls and then 10 jumping jacks. Drop down that push-up position, hop back up. Repeat 2 more times. Go straight into jumping jacks once you're done those. 10 reps of the jumping jacks. And 10. All right. We are ready to hop into today's workout. So, like I was saying, total body circuit is up first. 5 different moves. We'll be going back and forth between upper and lower body. Each move we'll do for 35 seconds with a 15-second rest period in between. And we'll do 4 laps there. So anything where we hit only one side, I'm seeing, yeah, anything where we hit only one side, just make sure you're alternating every lap. I'm gonna grab my stopwatch and then we're gonna get into it. Alrighty, so first up is a split squat or a lunge. So depending on your comfortability level, we're either just staying static and then you're flipping on the next round to the other side, or you can do lunges and you can just alternate. Reverse or forward, up to you. That's move 1. Move number 2 is gonna be an overhead press. So you can go from a kneeling position here. Opposite arm is going to be doing the work. And then, of course, we'll flip on the next round. 3, single leg hip bridge. On our back here, choose a side to start off, doesn't matter. Hug the other knee to your chest. We're just driving off this leg to get our hips up. Don't worry about how high you get. You probably won't get very high. That's okay. I want you to keep the core tight and just squeeze the glutes as you go up. Inch or two off the floor is all you really need. Last two moves. We got a row to reverse fly. So we'll get into our kind of like RDL position here. We'll go for one row, and then we're going to do a fly. Row, fly. So because you're doing a fly, you probably will have to do it with a little bit lighter of a weight. And then last but not least, our rotational squat. So our feet will be together. Take one foot, step it out to the side, so they're at 90 degrees now, and out to the side a little bit. And then we'll be coming to that side as we squat down. So our legs are kind of perpendicular to each other now, intersecting at 90 degrees. All your weight will come back to this. You probably won't even really need a dumbbell. Kind of will feel awkward at first, so just get used to the form. And that's that. So 35 seconds, starting with our lunges or split squats. Let's get set into position. And let's go. You can go body weight here, of course. Dumbbells in each hand, or even goblet squat position. All of those are good variations. Lunges, we're alternating. If you're staying static, you're just sticking to one side. Keep it up. We got 10 seconds here. Last 5. And we're resting for 15. We're going for that half kneeling overhead press next. So choose a side. Doesn't matter. Just know the dumbbell is going to be in the opposite hand. That's doing the work. 3, 2, 1. Back to it. Your free arm, try to avoid putting it on your knee. I like to either put it on my core, right on my abs, so I know I'm staying tight, or I just make a fist out to the side. Starting in that neutral position at the bottom, rotate as you go up, ending with that bicep near the ear. 1 or 2 more reps here. Rest. Okay, 2 down. We're going to the floor now for that single leg hip lift. If you really struggle with one leg, feel free to just go for the traditional, hip lift with 2 feet down. All right, let's go for it. One leg if you can. Keep that core tight. Focus on squeezing those glutes. If you're resetting at the bottom and you notice you got a big arch in your back, that just means you're not keeping your core tight enough. So really focus on bringing those ribs down. Don't let it dissipate as you get to the top of the move. Couple more seconds here. Done. And we're resting. Coming back up to the feet for our last 2. Reverse flies with that row. And then, of course, our rotational squat. So dumbbells in hand. Let's go for it. Move number 4. Good position to start off with. Full row. And then fly. All the way up, all the way down with that row. Don't rush to the next part of the move. For the row, you can go any variation you want. Neutral grip, underhand, whatever. Done. Okay. Last little rest period before we hit our final move of the lap. We're going for that rotational squat. So again, start with those feet together. One side comes up to 90 degrees. Take a big step back and out. We're going to be squatting to that back side. All right, get into position and go. No weight is really necessary for this move. If you want to, though, goblet position is a good idea. Probably gonna be feeling a nice stretch on that leg that's extended out. Couple more seconds. Done. All right, one lap down, 3 to go. Make sure you're switching sides on any move that you did, single leg or single arm. Back at the top though, we're starting split squats or lunges. Let's go for it. 3, 2, 1, go. Whether you're doing lunges or split squats, make sure you're going all the way down, all the way up. Especially on split squats, sometimes people will kind of only go halfway up. Extend those legs. Lunges, it's a little harder to cheat. Okay, and rest. Overhead pressing up again, hitting that other side now. Still got a few more seconds to rest. Get ready though, and let's go. Again, just be mindful of that free hand. We don't want it on our knee. Making that fist, keeping it on our core, that can help because it makes sure you're keeping it tight. Five more seconds. And relax. Okay, make your way to the floor. Get on your back. We're hitting the other side now. Still going for that single leg. If you really wanted a challenge, you could add a weight to your hip. But sometimes, most times, that single leg is enough. All right, and let's go for it. We're at 20 seconds, 15 to go. Give it a nice 1-2 second hold at the top there. And relax. Okay, back to our feet. Working that back now. Rows and flies are coming up. Get into position. And right back to it. Halfway. And done. All right, rotational squat, hitting the other side now. Take your time, make sure you're getting into that position the right way. Feet start together now. Leg out at 90 degrees, out and back. All right, go for it. Make sure your knee is still tracking over your toes on the side you're squatting. 10 more seconds. And done. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. Moving right through this. Give ourselves another 15 seconds. Back to the top though, with our lunges or split squats. Get ready. Go for it. Starting round 3. Breathing at every rep, especially as you're getting tired. Five more seconds. Done. All right. Back to our original side now. Overhead press. Got 3 more seconds. Get ready. And go for it. Make sure you're extending that arm all the way up. That bicep should be next to your ear. All right, rest. Moving right along, getting to our back again. Single leg hip bridge is coming up. Got a couple more seconds. Get set, go. As you're doing this too, make sure your heel's dug into the ground. Your toes should be pointing to the ceiling. It's gonna make sure you're really focusing on those glutes. Two more seconds. Done. All righty. 2 more moves in this lap. Get to your feet. Rows and flies. All right. And let's go. Make sure you're controlling these movements. No jerking motions. Try to avoid using momentum as you get into that fly. Five more seconds here, 1 or 2 more. Boom. All right. Rotational squat. Back to our original side. Get into position. Make sure you get your balance. And we're ready for it. Let's go. Ten seconds to go here. Done. Okay, 4th and final lap coming up. Make it through this. The core circuit's very short. Just 2 quick laps there. So mentally, just make it through this lap and you're there. Got those lunges coming up first. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Last lap. Let's go. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Keep going. Done. 1 down, 4 to go. Half kneeling position. After this, make sure you hit both sides at least 2 times or 2 times. All right, let's go. So, all right, if you're slowing down a bit, keep the form good. Make sure your bottom's in the right position. Five more seconds. Done. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Onto the floor one last time. Hitting that single leg hip bridge. 3 seconds. Let's do it. Make sure you're coming down nice and gentle. Don't let your hips hit the floor hard. Ten seconds. Done. Okay, last 2 here. Up on our feet to finish it off. Row to fly, and then our squat. You got 5 seconds. Deep breaths. And let's go for it. Halfway. Done. Okay, last but not least here. Hitting that rotational squat on our last side. We got 5 seconds. And let's go. Over halfway. Five more seconds. And that's a wrap. All right. Take a second, take like a minute or so. For our core circuit, we're just going to do 2 core exercises for 2 laps. So very quick, hit that core. Just going to plug my phone in so it doesn't die on us. And then we're going to hop into it. All right. Central air would be great about now. So 2 moves, reverse crunches. We've done these a bunch. You'll be on your back, just driving those knees to your chest. We're going for 30 seconds with a quick 10-second rest. You'll stay right where you are, and then you're gonna go for heel taps. And then just gonna run through that 2 times, and then we're out of here for good. So let's get into position. You got 5 seconds, and then we'll get into it. So get on your back and go for it. Driving those knees Your low back should just come off the floor at the end. Almost there. Keep it up. We got 5 seconds. All right, rest. Take 10 seconds. You can stay literally right where you are on the floor. Get ready to go. And heel taps now. Make sure you're squeezing on the side that you're reaching for, really feeling it in the core there on the side. Five seconds. All right. That's one lap. One more to go. And then we're done. Got 5 more seconds before we go back to our reverse crunches. Go for it. Just a minute left today. Halfway. Power through that burn. We're almost there. 5 seconds. Done. Okay. Last rest period. Heel taps and we're out of here. Let's go for it. Heel taps. Keep breathing, keep moving. Halfway. And that is a wrap. Good work. Take a few seconds, just catch your breath here. Breathe. It's going to get into a butterfly position. We'll just end here. Take like 5 to 10 breaths. Make sure you're bringing those heels together, dragging those feet in as close as you can. Good posture. All righty, we're out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a good little workout in. Of
Thanks, Mike.
course.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good afternoon.
You too. See you, Trish.
All right, take care. Bye.